guys, Pat here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. Well, yesterday I finally got one of my long-awaited things on my list that I wanted to get, and the unveiling will be today. I threw this tarp over top of it. I bought it at an estate sale, and I got part of the way home and it started raining on me. So I went ahead and put this tarp over top of it last night, and today I put a space heater underneath here, one of those Mr. Heater propane heaters, and dried it all out, and so I don't think it's hurt any. So anyway, I'm going to unveil it and show you what I got. Okay, that was the hardest part, is just to get it in here without tipping it over. So you seen how I did that. Just one person can move things if you put a little thought into it. Sure glad it worked out. So most of you have probably figured it out by now that this is an old metal lathe. It is a South Bend 9-inch, and I think it was probably built back in the late 30s, early 40s, maybe mid 40s. So it's an old Model A precision lathe. Some of the functions on here are pretty sticky. I've been kind of working them back and forth, trying to get it to loosen up a little bit. I think before I'm all done, I'm going to have to probably disassemble this feed mechanism and the apron on this. This particular model will thread, so you can feed this way, and then you can also feed in at the same time. You can set this up at a certain speed and a certain thread size, and you can have the machine actually travel automatically in this way and then back that way. So pretty cool feature. I got in here and I was playing with it. The belt had broke, and I re-hemmed it back together again with these little these connections. You can tell the belt's not in really good shape, so eventually I'll have to replace that. I'm thinking that this is the original motor that was on here. It's a little 1/2 horsepower motor, General Electric motor, and sounds and runs really good. So this little handle engages the forward and reverse control on this quick change gearbox. So this quick change gearbox here will allow the lead screw to drive the carriage setup here, so you can make threads with this. So I was on here playing around with this and put a little 3/4 inch stock aluminum in here and made a little handle for my excavator. Handle on the excavator broke, or actually it came this way, so I'm building a new handle for it. This is my first little project on the lathe here. So what I did is on the very end, after I went ahead and did a portion of this automatically, I set the gearbox up to run the lead screw to allow the carriage to travel at a certain speed, and then I just by hand rotated the infeed this way, and it just started barely cutting some threads in here when I was done on my last pass here, to where it didn't cut deep threads, but it just kind of made a nice little pattern there, and it feels good to the touch. So I went ahead by hand and tapered this piece in here, and then in my last pass I went ahead and auto fed this across here, so it'd be nice even cut clear across. So, and then on the end I went ahead and drilled a pilot hole and ran a tap in here, so it's threaded now. And I'm now at the point where I can just go ahead and cut this off and sand this down here. I finished cutting that off. So you guys can be on the tail end of this, of my first project. Okay, now I got it set up here. I'm just going to go ahead and get this cut off. Okay, we got it all polished up and cleaned up and ready to install. Hopefully it'll fit. Let's go take a look. Oh, you beat me. How'd you get here before I did? We'll see if this fits on here. Well, it looks like that worked out all right. It beats me going and buying a high-priced handle that's plastic from the Volvo dealership. The little lathe is actually going to hopefully pay for itself and just learn another skill and actually getting the benefit out of it as well. Here's the rest of what went with that metal lathe, and there's quite a bit of metal there. A lot of metal round stock here, nice chunk of aluminum, little cleaning brushes, little hammers, and a ready rod, aluminum angle, steel flat bar, and all kinds of round stock. And this is to support longer pieces so it doesn't vibrate. Primarily what I bought that for is to make bushings, and a lot of times I run into a situation where I need a little handle for something or a bushing, and they don't have the right size at the store. Here's some UHMW. I got this real nice heavy duty vise with it. Some reamers. This is a cutting oil. And this box is just full of different oils and lubricants. These reamers, NICs, thread cutting oil, more thread cutting oil, oil can. I got a few of those. These wrenches here are for loosening and tightening different parts on the lathe itself. I got a few of those. More vices. 4-jaw chuck, more oil cans. I'm pretty sure this chuck goes on the tailstock. That's for boring holes into whatever it is you're building. Got some files, various drill bits. They're tapered on the end here. They're made to slip into the end of the tailstock. Got several of those. Some calipers. All kinds of goodies in here. Another chuck. Got this nice chain with it. Little parts tin. Tie wire pliers. It's a nice roller. More round stock. Got some square stock. Got some flat bar in here. Here's another nice 4 4-jaw chuck. I got several chucks here. And you got to buy all this stuff, and it's a lot of money. So I ended up getting all of this for $350. Some more deep reamers, tapered reamers. Mama Rain's got dinner ready, so it's time to cease and desist. Well, anyway, that's a little show of what I've been doing. Hope you enjoyed it. If you wait long enough, these good deals will come along, and you can benefit from them. I know this lathe, if I was to buy all this stuff plus the lathe, it would be a lot of money. Back when it was brand new, back in the 30s, it was like, I think, $260, somewhere around 300 bucks. I think that I'm right on that. I'm not sure. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and appreciate you stopping by. Take care. God bless.